Today we're doing lesson 3.2 with a focus on subtracting algebraic expressions. I can statements, I can apply properties of operations to subtract linear expressions, and I can solve real-life problems involving expressions. Alright, so these problems are very, very similar to what we did in our last lesson, which was looking at addition of algebraic expressions. The only difference with subtracting them is that we're going to see a subtraction sign in between them. And this is like adding a -1. If I do boom, boom, boom change to addition, boom change the sign, that's like a plus -1 times the things here. It's like I'm taking them away, and remember when we're doing taking away, it's like adding the opposite. So we're changing this to an addition problem, and then we're going to add the opposite of both of the terms that come after that minus sign. Okay, so 5x plus 6, I'm just going to write as 5x plus 6. -1 times -x is a positive x. When I'm multiplying by -1, it's really just changing the sign on the number. And then -1 times 6 is -6. From here, this is exactly like what we looked at in our last lesson. We need to find and combine the like terms. 5x plus x plus 6 plus -6. 5x plus x is 6x. Remember, x is like 1x. 6 plus -6 is 0. Don't need that 0. 6x. All right, let's try this next one. Again, boom, boom. I'm going to make that a -1. That -1 is going to get multiplied by these things. This is also a minus, so I'm going to do boom, boom. And make that a -3. 6y plus 5 plus -1 times 2y is -2y. -1 times -3 is +3. All right, now we're going to reorder 6y plus -2y plus 5 plus 3. Group those like terms. 6y plus -2y, different signs, find the difference. 4y plus 5 plus 3, 8. So 4y plus 8 is my answer on that one. Okay, and then here it says horizontal method, which is actually what I just did. I show a horizontal method because it's so similar to what we did the last lesson. However, I will show you vertical as well, which is the book's intention for me to originally show you vertical and then horizontal. So I'm just going to change that to say verticals. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. Vertical for subtraction problems, it looks a lot like when we lined up our decimal problems, that type of problem, where you have multiple digits that you're adding or subtracting. It looks a lot like that. 5x plus 6. And then this was originally minus. And then we are subtracting each thing. So we're subtracting -x. And we are subtracting a 6. All right. Okay, 5x minus -x. Boom, change to addition. Boom, change to sign. 5x plus x is 6x. 6 plus -6 is 0. 6x plus 0 is really just 6x. All right, let me show you another one. This one was 6y plus 5 minus 2y. And then minus, this was a -3. Okay. 6y minus 2y is 4y. 5 minus negative 3, boom, boom. 5 plus 3, 4y plus 8. Most students I see do it this first way, but I do have, every year I do have a few people that prefer it vertically. You certainly can do it that way too, and that's true for addition as well. Just make sure if you're using vertical that you're lining up your like terms. If you're using horizontal, then you need to use some parentheses to get your like terms grouped together. All right, here are 4 problems to try on your own. Pause the video and try them. Okay, so let's go ahead and try these problems. For the first one, I have m minus 3. I'm going to do boom, boom, make that a plus negative 3. Minus, boom, boom, that becomes a plus negative 1. That negative 1 gets multiplied times our things here. M plus negative 3 plus negative 1 times negative m is m. Negative 1 times 12 is negative 12. Then I am rearranging my like terms to be by each other. M plus negative 3 plus negative 12. M and m is 2m. 3t minus 12. Oh, I'm sorry. 3. It does look like a 3t. It is a plus sign. Negative 3 plus negative 12. Same signs. Find the sum is negative 15. So here's my answer. 2m plus negative 15. All right, let's take a look at this next one. F plus 2.5 minus negative 1 2/10 f plus 4. Boom, change to addition. Boom, change the sign. That becomes a plus negative 1. Then I'm going to multiply to both of those terms. So I have f and my 2.5 plus negative 1 times negative 1 and 2/10 f is 1 and 2/10 f. Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. All right. F plus 1 and 2/10 f plus 2.5 plus negative 4. Okay, so f is like 1f. 1f plus 1.2 f is 2 and 2/10 f. 2.5 plus negative 4. Now, this one I'm going to do off to the side for those of you that need to see it. I don't have the same amount of decimal places, so my negative 4, I'm going to make negative 4 and 0/10. Line up the decimals. Use placeholder zeros. Different signs, find the difference. I'm going to have to borrow. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. More negatives. Answer's negative 2 and 2/10 f plus negative 1.5. Your work should be very, very similar to this. I should be able to look at it and see exactly your process. All right, so I did 2 horizontally. I'll show this next one vertically just for the people that like to see it that way. 2x plus 5 minus, and we're going to subtract each of these things. So minus 3x minus negative 8. Two x minus 3x, boom, change to addition, boom, change the sign. 2x plus negative 3x, different signs, find the difference. That's going to be a negative x. More negatives, the answer is negative. Here, 5 plus positive 8 is going to be a positive 13. So negative x plus a positive 13. All right, and our last one, again, I'll do this one vertical for people that like to see that method. Negative 4 and 1/10 y. Boom, boom. Plus negative 6 and 2/10. Minus 3 and 3/10 y. I am going to line up my decimals here. Minus 2.0. Again, I'm going to line up my decimals. So I'm subtracting each of these things. All right, decimals are lined up. 4 and 1/10 y minus 3 and 3/10 y. Boom, boom. Boom, change to addition. Boom, change the sign of the next number. I now have same signs. I'm finding the sum. So I have negative 7 and 4/10 y. Plus, here I have negative 6.2 and negative 2. Same sign. Find the sum. And that's negative 8.2. I'm going to rewrite it underneath here so it's a little neater. Negative 7 and 4/10 y. Plus negative 8 and 2/10. Or you could write it as negative 7 and 4/10 y minus 8 and 2/10. All right, so let's take a look at this next one. So here I have subtraction and I have a number to distribute. So I'm going to do the same thing that I've done in the past, boom, boom, where I see my minuses. But now I have to be very careful to make sure that what I'm multiplying is a negative 2 times whatever the value is. So 7y plus 5, I'm just going to rewrite 7y plus 5. Okay, so now I'm doing negative 2 times 4y, that's a negative 6y. And negative 2 times negative 3 is a positive 6. Okay, so when I multiply by that negative number, notice that my positive number became a negative and my negative became a positive. All right, now I'm going to combine my like terms. 7y plus negative 6y are like terms. 5 and 6 are like terms. 7y plus negative 6y is just positive 1y. And then 5 plus 6 is 11. So y plus 11 is my answer. Okay, here I have 1/2 and 1/3. Remember, 1/2 means the same thing as dividing by 2. And times 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by 3. All right. So 1/2 of 4x, it's like 4 divided by 2, which is 2x. Boom, boom, that becomes a negative 10. 1/2 times negative 10 is negative 5. So 2x plus negative 5. Okay, now I do need to do boom, boom. It's really like I'm dividing by a negative 3 here. Negative 3x divided by negative 3 is a positive 1x. And then 6 divided by negative 3 is a negative 2. All right, now I'm ready to combine my like terms. 2x plus x plus negative 5 plus negative 2. Okay, whoops. Get rid of that there. Okay, now I'm ready to combine. 2x plus x is 3x. Negative 5 plus negative 2 is negative 7. So I'm negative 3x plus negative 7. All right, here are 4 problems to try on your own. Pause the video and try them. All right, let's check our answers. So on this one, I've got a negative, I'm sorry, not a negative. I've got a positive 7 to distribute. Boom, boom. Here my minus sign, boom, boom, is like multiplying by a negative 1. All right, 7 times 2m is 14m. 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. Negative 1 times negative m is positive m. Negative 1 times 8 is negative 8. 14m plus m are like terms. Negative 7 plus negative 8 are also like terms. 14m plus m is 15m. Negative 7 and negative 8 is negative 15. So 15m plus negative 15. All right, so this one I need to do distributive for both parts. Boom, boom, that's a negative 5. On that one I'm multiplying. Negative 2 times c is negative 2c. Negative 2 times 2.5 is negative 5. Negative 5 times 1.2c. Now, if I don't know that one off the top of my head, and you might, but you probably don't, 1.2 times negative 5. Line up those last digits. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Okay, and then I had different signs here, so my answer is negative. 1 decimal. In the problem, 1 decimal only answer, so negative 6. C plus negative 20. Okay, now I'm going to find and combine my like terms. Negative 2c plus negative 6c plus negative 5 plus negative 20. Negative 2c plus negative 6c is negative 8c. Negative 5 and plus negative 20 is negative 25. Okay. 5j plus 3 minus the quantity 2 times negative 1.5j plus 7. Boom, boom, that's a negative 2 I'm multiplying with. Okay, so I have 5j plus 3. Negative 2 times negative 1.5 is a positive 3j. Plus negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Now I'm going to find and combine my like terms. 5j plus 3j plus 3 plus negative 14. 5j plus 3j is 8j. 3 plus negative 14, different signs. Find the difference is 11. More negatives here, answer is negative. So 8j plus negative 11. Boom, boom, that's a plus negative 1/4. He's going to multiply, or we're going to multiply these two by the 1/4. That's the same thing as dividing by negative 4. 6x plus 5 is going to stay 6x plus 5. So I've got a negative 1/4 multiplied by 8. I'll show the work for the first one just to show why it's dividing by 4. 8 would be 8 over 1. So negative 1 times 8 is negative 8. 4 times 1 is 4. I've got my negative 8 divided by 4. That's going to equal 2. All right, so negative 1/4 times positive 8. Different signs. Answer is going to be negative 2. And then 12 divided by negative 4, or 12 times negative 1/4 is negative 3. Then I'm going to combine my like terms. So 6x plus 2x plus 5 plus negative 3 6x plus 2x is 8x. 5 plus negative 3, different signs, find the difference. 5 minus 3 is 2. All right. Okay, let's take a look at a story problem. The original price of a cowboy hat is $D. You use a coupon and buy the hat for D minus $2. You decorate the hat and sell it for $2D minus $4. Write an expression that represents your earnings from buying and selling the hat. Interpret the expression. They're asking us to do two things. One, write an expression. And really, they want a simplified expression. And then two, interpret, which means to explain. Now, often it's hard to decide in what order to write these. With addition, the order doesn't matter, but of course with subtraction, it does. So I'm going to forget about the D's for a minute, and I'm just going to think about the numbers. So if I buy the hat for $2 and I sell it for $4, and I want to know how much money I make, I would do $4, my selling price, minus $2. So I'm going to do the same thing. Instead of 4 minus 2, I'm doing 2D minus 4 minus D minus 2. So here's my problem. 2D minus 4 minus D minus 2. Okay, we're going to do some boom booms here. Boom boom plus negative 4. Boom boom plus negative 1. It's going to get distributed. And then boom boom, that's a negative 2. 2D plus negative 4 plus negative D plus a positive 2. Okay, combine my like terms. 2D plus negative D plus a negative 4 plus positive 2. Okay, 2D plus a negative 1D equals just D. Negative 4 plus 2 is a negative 2. And then look at this. T plus negative $2. That's my expression. Story problems do need a label, and I'm putting my label so that it matches this. T minus $2. Okay, and then interpret. What do I notice? Well, this is a plus negative 2, and this is a minus 2. So what do I notice? You will make the same that's a mess. Let's try that again. You will make the same money as the original cost. So if the original cost was $4, then I'm going to make $4. If the original cost was $10, then I'm going to make $10. So that is my interpreting that part right there. What if in example 4, which was our last problem, you sell the hat for D plus $2? How much do you earn from buying and selling the hat? Okay, let's see. 2D minus 4 is the same. Minus D plus 2. Go ahead and pause the video and try this one on your own. Okay, let's check our answer. So boom, 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 plus negative 1. 2D plus negative 4 plus negative D plus negative 2. Now I'm going to find and combine my like terms. 2D plus negative D plus negative 4 plus negative 2. 2D minus D is just 1D. And negative 4 plus negative 2 is negative 6. Need a label. It's going to be dollars. All right, last one to try on your own. Go ahead and pause the video and try. All right, let's check our answers. We've got some distributing to do in these problems. We've got some boom booms to do as well. Boom, change to addition, boom, change to sign, boom, change to addition, boom, change to sign. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Plus 2x plus negative 5. All right, like terms, 6x plus 2x. And then negative 8 plus negative 5. 6x plus 2x is 8x. Negative 8 plus negative 5 is negative 13. So 8x plus negative 13 is my answer for the sum. Same numbers, now the problem is subtraction though. Boom, boom, negative 4, boom, boom, plus negative 1. Boom, boom, negative 5. First part, 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative 8 is, 2 times 4 is negative 8. 1 times 2 is negative 2x. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2x. Negative 1 times negative 5 is a positive 5. My negative became my positive became a negative. My negative became a positive. All right, time to combine those like terms. 6x plus negative 2x plus negative 8 plus positive 5. 6x plus negative 2x, different signs, find the difference. 6 minus 2 is 4x. Negative 8 plus 5, again, different signs, find the difference. 8 minus 5 is 3. So that's going to be plus negative 3. I could have also written it this way, 4x minus 3.